Hello all and welcome back to another wonderful video. Today I'm here in Ponytown and today I'm here telling you 5 more things that I would love to see added to this wonderful game. This is Wishlist number 5 and these lists basically go like this. I come up with 5 things that I want to see added to the game, I talk about them and tell you a little bit more about the idea overall. But before we get into that, I want to mention something real quick. I want to do a big Q&A for when I reach 600, and I'm around 530 right now. I feel like I'm gonna get close pretty soon to 600, and I want to be prepared this time. So what I want you guys to do is leave some questions in the comments, leave some questions on my Twitter, leave some questions on my Instagram, wherever you want to reach me at. Leave me some questions, and I will compile as many as I can into a single little jar or something like that, and we'll do a big Q&A for when I reach 600. So go ahead and leave some questions in the comments, and let's get on to the rest of the video and talk about number 1. Now, number 1 is something that I've wanted for a really long time, but I never talked about in these wishlist videos because for whatever reason, it never really came across my mind as something to be like, hey, I really want to see this in Ponytown, and it's really weird. But until like last week, I didn't really think about it as something that I got to talk about. And it is basically a layering option in the party house. We need a layering option in the party house so that we can, put like a pumpkin on a table or a lantern on a table or something like that. We need to be able to add layers to it so that if I put a bookshelf all the way against the wall and I want to put a crate against that bookshelf, it puts it behind the bookshelf instead. I want it to where it's in front of the bookshelf. We need a layering option to kind of fix that. I think something like a control shift or something like that would be a way for us to control layers. Even if they only gave us like 3 layers, that's in my opinion, like 3 layers would probably be all we really need, but I don't know. Infinite layers would be good too, but I think limiting it to like 3 layers would be a good middle ground. So number 2 is something else that I've been wanting for a while, but I haven't really said anything about because, well, it's a slow game. It takes a while for us to get anything big in the game. So this is something that I've kind of held back for a while. But number 2 is any building or structure on the main island. I want something like a shop like what you see in Durgantown. Something like maybe a library. That would be pretty cool. Like a library in Ponytown. That would be insane actually. Maybe there's like one secret book somewhere in there that you can find that people are like that hunt for, and it becomes like this whole myth. Like there's one book that you can click on specifically in the library and it does a thing, something like that. That would be a cool little Easter egg too if they did something like that. But the thing that I think would be nice, that's kind of small and not a huge big deal, is a fountain, a little fountain somewhere in the main island. It wouldn't be a huge big structure. It honestly wouldn't change anything about the game. You wouldn't have to have like this whole new area that you have to load in every time you visit it or anything like that, like you would if it was a building like a library or something. It's just a fountain that's just on the main island somewhere. You can visit it, maybe you can do something with it, maybe not. Maybe you can jump into it if you're a Pegasus, or maybe there's just a way to just get into it in some way. Something like that, like a little fountain or a building, something big that we can visit just to hang out at or just talk about and theorize about would be really nice. I mean, this is Ponytown and there hasn't been much of a town since it came out. So number 3 is something new to do, something that's similar to the Clovers, perhaps something that we can go around collecting, maybe like a flower thing. There's only one type of flower. I think adding a variety of flowers would be something really nice for the game. It adds more collection and everything like that. It'd be something pretty neat to be like, oh, you've collected 1 of 64 hidden flowers, something like that. That would be really nice. That would be really interesting to have a new collectible item that we could just go around getting. I think this is something I've asked for before, but we just need something new to do. Even maybe just adding fishing like what Durgantown has. Maybe just doing something like that where we can do something new on the map, then that's what we need. We need something new to do on the map. Number 4 is something that I think could be a really, really big, good improvement for the game that wouldn't be too difficult to implement because it's not necessarily in the game, it's kind of outside the game. And that is open submissions for, pixel art slash items for the game itself, maybe even animations, that sort of thing. They can make a contest outside of Ponytown for people to submit different stuff like, oh, I've made some mains, I made some main pixel art. It would be really awesome if that got in the game, and I don't know how to make a custom server, so I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna submit it to this contest or whatever. You can imagine that situations like that would arise where you have these pixel artists that don't know how to make custom servers, or they don't know, or they can't get a job, or even like to like places like Durgantown or wherever else. Being able to submit your pixel art, your pixel animations to the people behind Ponytown would be a huge deal, because that really gets the community more involved in Ponytown, and that's something that I think Ponytown can use right now, especially with something big like a contest that gets your pixel art in it. This could be something that they do monthly, this could be something that they do yearly, I don't know. It's something that I think would be really interesting if they just opened submissions like, hey, we're doing a contest, or maybe not even necessarily a contest, just, hey, just submit stuff and maybe we'll add it or something. Or something like that, I think that would be great, especially if they use the Reddit, the Ponytown subreddit, because the Ponytown subreddit kind of has a voting system. You can upvote what you like and downvote what you don't like. So it's very easy to organize everything as the most upvoted thing on the Ponytown subreddit. So you can do a thing where it's like, oh, we'll take whatever the most upvoted submission is, or something like that. They could do something like that, because that would involve the community a lot more. So last but not least is number 5. I want to be able to pet these animals. I want to be able to pet these animals or interact with them in some way. These animals, I'm talking about the butterflies, the bats, the bunnies. They're just kind of, and the cat. There is a cat on the map. They're just kind of there. They don't really do anything. The cat kind of jumps on the fence and says meow. The bunnies kind of wander around the map. Everything pretty much just wanders around the map. There's nothing really to them. So it would be really nice to be able to interact with these animals in some way. Maybe some kind of special, super rare stone or item that we can collect on the map randomly between specific times or something like that, so it's even more rare. Something like that, where we can get this stone or this special item, and it allows us to, well, it doesn't allow us to, but it basically makes the other animals, walk and follow us around, and then maybe sit on our heads if we sit down or something like that, or just a way to interact with these animals. That's what we need. We need a way to interact with these animals. Petting, we kind of have the booping and whatever, but I want to go further than that. I want to be able to actually physically interact with these animals in the game, and in addition to that, why not throw in some new sprites like a fox, or, well, maybe not a fox, something smaller like the bunnies. Add more like the critters and stuff like that. Just do more things with these little animal sprites that you have across the map, and I would be happy. But anyway, I think that's going to do it for the video. I think that's the 5 that I have here today. It's been a really long time since I've done one of these Ponytown wishlist videos, but here we go. We're at number 5. This is the 5th Ponytown wishlist video that I've made. It's kind of crazy to think that I've only made 5 of these, but that's going to do it for the video. Please like, subscribe, share, do those wonderful things, because when you do those wonderful things, you get access to wonderful content such as this, but that's not all you get. You also get to become wonderful yourself, and I'm pretty sure we all want that. So do those wonderful things, and until next time, stay wonderful.